Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff Orton, and this is NewsPop. This week, we start a brand new segment called Shop, Drop, or Troll, examining popular controversial corporations, how they spend all their blood money, and giving you the facts to decide to keep shopping, drop the motherfuckers, or troll the hell out of them until they bend to the will of the masses. This week is aptly titled Chick-Fil-a, Homo a No-Go, as if we didn't need another reason to condemn the absurdly popular with Chads and Karens Christian-focused fast food chain. A viral tweet appeared way back in October from user Sloppy Posts that declared that Chick-fil-A donations are partly responsible for helping pass a bill in Uganda that was said to legalize killing gay people, simply for being gay. I know, but we're so cute. The tweet quickly went viral, causing hundreds of people currently in the absurdly long drive-thru line to put on their children's Elsa costumes from the back seat, because if their gay nephew saw that they were there, he would gay shame them over Thanksgiving. Which is only really fun for the gay nephew, because let's face it, Thanksgiving is only really entertaining when it resembles an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. I'll bring the makeup, and you can bring the homophobic microaggressions, Uncle Steve. Now, let's look at the history. In 2009, a bill was introduced into the Ugandan legislature that drew a ton of attention for its primal and violent dealings with homosexuality, and not in the fun ways. So much so that it was nicknamed the Kill the Gays Bill, because it called for the death penalty for anyone who was a repeat offender of acts of homosexuality. That being the case, please don't look at my grinder. I'm not even sure there's a punishment for the things I've talked about and done on there. And boy howdy is there a paper trail. According to 2Care, reports that many American preachers and pastors have been funded either directly or indirectly by an organization called the National Christian Foundation. And they've even recently met, trained, and spoken alongside anti-LGBTQ Ugandan ministers. And according to the NCF's tax returns from the last couple of years, it's continued to fund efforts for anti-LGBTQ projects in Uganda. Luckily, the Ugandan Constitutional Court struck down the updated bill in 2014, stating that its passage would be a technicality because Ugandan law already outlaws homosexuality. But this year, Uganda's Minister for Ethics and Integrity, Simon Lokoto, told the Reuters news agency that the country's government intended to revive the bill, including the death penalty. Uganda's government denied this, saying that current provisions in the penal code are sufficient. Basically saying, we don't need to kill the gays, our laws are so horrible, they'll do that themselves. Now, what does your homophobic little chicken sandwich have to do with any of this? Well, first off, the WinShape Foundation. It's a charitable organization started by Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy and his wife Jeanette. They're both dead, and they're probably in hell being force-fed chicken nuggets by drag queens in bad makeup. You don't have to look too far to see how WinShape feels about homosexuality, because it pretty actively funds groups that are opposed to certain aspects of LGBTQ++ rights, including the NCF, which, as we said before, is sending tons of money and human resources to anti-LGBTQ groups in Uganda. They're all trying to get the updated Kill the Gay bill back into action. Now, it's important to note that the WinShape Foundation and Chick-fil-A are technically two separate entities, but the foundation CEO is the senior vice president at Chick-fil-A, and its vice president is actually the CEO of Chick-fil-A. So, you see, they just kind of switch hit for both companies. Their dating profile, if there was an app for homophobic bigots, would state that they are first. Not only that, but a majority of the foundation's donations come directly from Chick-fil-A. For example, in 2017, it received $21.3 million out of its $22.1 million in donations. That's less than $1 million from other donors. So let me break it down. You buy a chicken sandwich dressed as Elsa so your nephew doesn't gay scream at you during Thanksgiving, okay? The money from that chicken sandwich goes directly to Chick-fil-A, which in turn donates a portion of that profit to support the WinShape Foundation, which was started by the Chick-fil-A co-founders. WinShape then donates a portion of that money to the National Christian Foundation, which in turn takes money, time, and resources and gives them to anti-LGBTQ groups in Uganda who are actively trying to see through the passage of a bill that calls for issuing the death penalty to its LGBTQ citizens. And not only that, but it supports current policies that punish and imprison gay people and even the people who are trying to protect them. So that chicken sandwich you waited in line for 45 minutes for with a $4 blonde wig on is essentially a death sentence for hundreds of thousands of marginalized people who have almost nobody to stand up for them. So, based on my 3-tier rating system, shop, drop, or troll, I obviously could give a shit about giving any money to these people, past, present, or future. So drop the motherfuckers. I don't know about you, but if actual human lives relied on eating anything other than a chicken sandwich from a company that actively tries to pass discrimination bills that lead to legally killing other people just for being born, I would eat somewhere else. As always, here's another deposit for your social media spank bank. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. Good night, everyone.